Today's video is a different one. I think for me it's one that not most mums really talk about. So it's something that I've been thinking about recently and even had a conversation with someone, and it just made me start thinking more about the pressure to be the perfect mum. I think too much of us put pressure on ourselves to be the perfect mum. I think society puts pressure on us to be the perfect mums. And I also think other mums can make you put pressure on yourself to be the perfect mum. I don't think there's a perfect mum, a perfect wife, a perfect sister, brother. For me, I just feel like the word itself is draining, and it makes us put pressure on people and on ourselves. I think mums have the hardest job in the whole world, and I don't think we should then have the pressure of being the perfect mum and be judged by other mums. I mean, as mums, we all know that it is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, for me, it is the hardest job I've ever had to do in my life. The emotions, the love. I think another way that we put pressure on ourselves as mums is our house. And I know for me, this is something that's really big. And if you know me personally, you would know that I love a clean and tidy house. And I think that alone puts so much pressure on yourself, because instead of you playing with your children, you're worrying about, okay, I'm going to need to clean that up in a minute. When he's finished playing with that, I need to put that away. And it's like you're losing the joy of actually just enjoying yourself. If our house is clean and our children obviously are not getting in any harm and they're fed and happy, I think that is so important, more than, okay, that book is out of place or the cushion fell down. I think as mums as well, we can also sometimes put pressure on ourselves with our children, the way they look when they go out, what they wear, what we wear. I mean, I must admit, I've changed so much over years. Before, I literally could not go out without being dressed correctly and feeling really confident with myself. Where 2 kids down, look like something out of a horror movie and actually not feel any way whatsoever, because I feel like I'm more confident within myself. With my children, I must admit, I take great pride in what they wear. That can also put like pressure on your children. And the reason why I say that is because Rika is now 10, and throughout her obviously 10 years, I have dressed her, and I've also made sure that she always looks nice. And I would say that it has affected her to a certain extent. And the reason why I say that is because Rika now that she's old enough, if I get her dressed, she literally will be like, Mum, you don't need to fuss. It's fine if it doesn't match. And as a mum, I must admit, that put me straight in my place. I could have broke down and cried, because I felt like I've let her down, because why would a mum care so much what their children wear? And I think it's because of the judgmental of other mums. If they see your child and like they've kind of chose what they want to wear, for example, and they judge you by that. If it's the first time they've seen you, or the first time they've seen you in a long time, and it's an insecurity of mine, I suppose. But I think a lot of us mums put that pressure on ourselves to make sure our children look nice, where I feel like I've learned a lot from Rika. I think with Jacob now is completely different. I love obviously dressing him up and putting him in nice clothes, but I'm not overstrung on it. I don't care what other people think, to be honest. I dress him in whatever I want to dress him in, and I just think that's something that I don't care. If he gets food down it, he gets food down it. And the thing is, as mums, especially on Instagram and stuff like that, you see posts and everyone's life's perfect, and I think a lot of people take that on board and actually think that these people's lives are perfect. Now, I'm not saying their lives ain't great or anything like that. I have meltdowns some days. Some days I feel like I'm having a breakdown. Today is one of them days. Some days, yeah, you do feel crap. You feel like crying. You feel like the washing's not going down, or you've got tons of ironing. There's no manual for having children. No one tells us this way is best or what to do in this way. I think there's no rules or manuals when it comes to children. We have children and you have to learn. I mean, I've been a mum now for 10 years and I've learned so much in them 10 years that I don't think any book could ever tell me. And that's the honest truth. So guys, I hope that video wasn't too long or too dying. I just wanted literally to have a chat with yous and just kind of let you mums know that and reassure you that you guys are doing a fantastic job.